Bluff. 7-5 your score. We'll be right back. You're watching Black College Baseball. It's the 2021 Lone Star Diamond Classic here on the Black College Sports Network.
This is the Dean of the College of HBCU Sports, Kenyatta Cavill of Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Come mix it up in the lab where the course lecture is in session every Tuesday from 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time on Facebook Live, YouTube Spreaker, or the BCSN app, as we discuss all things about the HBCU sports culture, including exploring the week that was in the sporting HBCU diaspora, as well as the upcoming week of HBCU sports. With me, the Dean, the College of HBCU Sports, on Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Course lecture dismissed.
Life in the SWAC. See what the Rattlers gonna have to deal with come next year. You know, can't wait for Florida A&M to be a part of the SWAC.
Here comes the pitch. Swung on, ground ball, foul ball down the right field line. DJ back out here today, Brian. Oh, my goodness. Foul ball into the stands. They got to bring their gloves out here next time. We might want to do a glove giveaway.
I'm gonna blame it on the fact that we didn't have any sports for a year. People might have forgot. We just so happy to have sports. That people kind of forgot. People might have forgot that you come to the ballpark, you got to have on, got to have a glove with you.
Here comes the pitch. Swung on, ground ball, second base. Karsten Vasquez gets over to first base. 4-3 if you're scoring at home. Great job there by Johnson to get the leadoff out.
Second time Armstrong has grounded out 4-3.
They'll bring up number 1, Isaiah Adams. 0 for 2 on the day with a run scored and a walk. Here's the pitch. Shows bunt. Tried to drag down the third base line. Strike 1.
Take note, Southern has scored in every inning outside of that first one where they went down 3 straight batters.
That's right. Here's the pitch. And on the outside corner, called strike number 2. Isaiah Adams, the freshman from Mesa, Arizona. Trying to keep up those crooked numbers here for the Jaguars. There's a fly ball on the infield. Leach calls it. After 5, you're scoring at home. All right, here comes the pitch. And inside, ball 1. Going to bring in some guests here shortly. Urban Hydration, one of the sponsors here, the Lone Star Diamond Classic.
Psyche and Vontoba.
Hello, hello.
Correct?
We're here.
Hello.
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. How you guys enjoying the ballpark today?
Nothing like it.
It's great.
Now, are you guys going one way? Are you guys going Golden Lions or Jaguars, or are you just kind of into all the festivities going on?
Listen, Tori Hunter's a good friend of mine, but I love a little SU.
Love a little SU.
We used to live in Baton Rouge.
We did.
Okay.
Tori's from Pine Bluff, so I'm going Pine Bluff.
That sounds good.
Man,
Strike three.
Mixed house.
Actually, foul tip there. Talk to us a little bit about, what urban hydration is, what it means to, be a part of this event here in Frisco, Texas.
Well, Urban Hydration is a brand that's all about care, personal care for people's skin and hair, and also giving back.
Yeah, we've been in business for 11 years, married for 16 years, and every product we make, we donate a gallon of water to building wells in Kenya.
Yeah, fly ball swan going. Fly, you said Kenya as in Kenya, Africa.
Kenya, Africa.
Gotcha, okay.
70,000 people have clean drinking water because of our customers that are buying our products.
Yes. Now, how did this become? How did this, become something? How did this become?
Well, some 11 years ago, we had dry skin together. We both wanted an opportunity just to make a difference and on our skin and on other people's skin and across the world. So it's been a really, really neat opportunity. Our products are in all Ulta stores.
Okay.
HEB's coming here to Frisco soon.
That's right.
So we are hype about that because they'll get a chance to have one more taste of Urban Hydration.
My dad always said just drink water. He was old school. He said, he just said you keep your water clean. You keep your skin hydrated as the ground ball goes over to third baseman Dante Leach takes it across the diamond to end the inning. But we'll keep it right here. We'll stay in touch with you guys. Just talk a little bit more about, what are you all's plans moving forward after this? How is it that you all can help, or, what would you like to say out there to people that's listening online?
What I'd like to say is that Urban Hydration is a brand that truly is for everyone, everybody in your family, your auntie, your uncle, your cousin, brother, sister, son, daughter. We make products with natural ingredients that make a difference. Urban Hydration is a company that gives back, and we love to be part of our family, who we call our lovies.
Yes.
The lovies, okay. All right, the lovies.
So every lovey out there, if you love sports, if you're washing your face or you're lotioning your face, if you need sunscreen, you need hand lotion, which is why we're here with a really awesome opportunity in sports. Today I was coaching cheerleading. My husband was coaching soccer. We feel like family is family, right? And personal care is all about family. So that's why we're here supporting this opportunity. And we hope to do many more things. Yeah,
speaking of family, you talked about your relationship with Tori Hunter and everything. Just tell us a little bit about, what that means to, even the company itself.
Yes, we met Tori and his family at our old church that we attended. And we linked up. We had familiar interests in faith and similar backgrounds there, and so we connected, became friends. And if you ask him, he'll say he invested in the people. He's a business partner with us now, and we've been to his home. He's done batting lessons with our oldest son, who's an aspiring baseball player, and very close friends, Tori and his wife Katrina, and they're celebrating 25 years of marriage this year. So
man, we right on. We're right behind him, though, Vaughn.
Now talk to us a
little competition here.
Talk to us a little bit about that. Was somebody who threw out a first pitch today that you all knew?
Yeah, that was my baby boy. Our oldest son, named after his dad, Von Sober. He's been so nervous. But Tori walked him through it. He told him he'd be fine, and he did great.
He did a great job.
In my opinion,
look, he went to the hill with confidence, Mom.
Yes.
Dad, you did a great job.
Yes,
great job, but he went to the mound with confidence.
And it went over, right?
Yes, it did.
Over.
Yes, it did.
That's what mattered, right?
That's all that mattered.
It went over,
he's 10 years old. I'm like, that was
awesome.
Just phenomenal. Yep.
That's one of those stories you brag about when you go back to school.
Okay, good to know. Good to know. Yeah, you do have a video. No, we're super excited. We had a chance to award Tori with the Lifetime Achievement Award today because of his lifetime achievement in baseball, and honestly, what he's done in our lifetime, and very likely our legacy's lifetime.
Now, the Lifetime Achievement Award, big deal, and, Tori Hunter's played in the baseball, MLB a long time, possible Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Just what does he mean, to the to the area of Pine Bluff, back where you guys met, and what would you like to say about him?
Listen, I've heard so much about Tori and from his friends, from his family, from Pine Bluff, but here in Frisco, where we met him, it's almost as if he's from this area. Everywhere we walk, people love him. They get to know him, and he's just such a phenomenal person and business person with Tender Smokehouse, having restaurants here in the area. It's like wherever he goes, he's a phenomenal person, no matter what the industry is, from baseball to business, I'm telling you.
Great play out there by Isaiah Adams as Casey Higgins, the pinch hitter, for Tim Martin. Flies out to the left field. Great job there. DeClaudio Irvin's going to come back up to the plate. The Southern Jaguars 7, Golden Lions 4. Bottom of the 6th inning here. Golden Lions still in it, not out just yet. Just finishing up, and talking about Steve, what is it any last thoughts that you all would just like to tell the folks listening? What is it that you all would just like to say?
We just like to say that, it's very important that we all just stand together and support small businesses, and that we recognize those in the community who are doing great things like Tori. So, if you connect with us in terms of what we're doing and giving back and really caring about you and your family, please support Urban Hydration. Check out Tori Hunter and who he is, and we appreciate you. We love all our lovies out there.
Website, phone number, Twitter, IG, Facebook, social media. You got it.
Head into Ulta, head into Target, head into CVS, head into Sally Beauty, head into JCPenney, and look for Urban Hydration.
Now, I know Sally. Sally, you said Sally?
Sally
okay,
Beauty?
I know Sally. That's right.
I'm trying to get in every store you shop in.
Yes. Well, I mean, I got to give you the names of a couple more of those then.
Thank you so much for having us.
Oh, it's all good. We definitely appreciate you guys for coming up, and good luck to everything that you all have going on. And finish today. You guys gonna be out here tomorrow?
We'll be out here tomorrow.
Okay,
yeah,
all right. Are you bringing any products? You all have any giveaways? You guys are doing anything?
We got free balls. We got baseballs. We got ball signed by Tori. I mean, we are giving out a lot of stuff today.
Because we're up here and we don't get a chance to have fun with you guys down there. So
stuff up here. Sunglasses. We went all out.
Yeah, I'm almost scared to let you guys see my arms. I mean, I don't know.
That's why I'm back here in the corner hiding. I put my hands in my pocket. Right, exactly.
As the Southern Jaguars
up here stacked.
As the Southern Jaguars gather that inning.
Nice water, shampoos, anything.
Sounds good. Well, thanks a lot. We'll see you guys next time.
You got it.
Absolutely. Y'all have a good one.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Okay, thank you. And that was out of the inning there. Shortstop ground ball.
1, 2, 3 inning there for Southern. 3 up, 3 down. Timothy Martin flied out to the left fielder. And then you had a pair of 6 threes. Claudio Irvin rounding out to the shortstop, and then Dante Leach right behind him. So Southern continuing to dominate right now in the field and at the plate, putting on an exhibition right now.
And leading that exhibition from a department standpoint is the athletic director. I finally get a chance to meet this man. I've been hearing so much about him. I've seen some of his success also on the basketball court as well, moving into the AD role. Congratulations on all you all have going on down there on the hill, on the bluff. On the bluff, that's right. I'm a Texas Southern guy myself, so it's all good. It's all SWAC love. But, just kind of talk about some of the things going on at Southern University, and especially in terms of baseball. Rich tradition, head coach Roger Kadar. You hire Carrick Jackson. He comes in. He gets the shot to go to MLB and help some things. Chris Crenshaw takes over. What are some of the things that are going on at Southern University?
Well, we're excited about our baseball program right now. We're coming off legend and Coach Kadar, and we were able to bring in Carrick Jackson right after Coach retired. Carrick kind of brought baseball back to the Bluff. And, knowing meeting with Carrick and knowing Carrick, I knew that with his knowledge of the game and his vision that he had probably some other goals as well as coaching at Southern. So one thing that he and I tried to do was try to hire another person that if he had the opportunity to do what he's doing now, that, we'll have someone there. And Coach Crenshaw is a former baseball player, played under Coach Kadar. His dad played there. His uncle played at Southern. So he had that Southern bloodline. And after watching practices and seeing him recruit most of these young men for Coach Carrick, it was obvious that I thought during COVID as well that this is the way that we need to go.
Yep.
And I'm very excited for him and his leadership.
Yep.
And we were talking about him over in the dugout.
Yeah, I saw him down there in the stands today.
Yeah. And so I'm excited about our baseball program. I think Southern baseball is back. And I think he's a guy that can keep us at a high level.
One of the things that I like, I know, you have to lose Carrick Jackson, but what does that do? That kind of helps the HBCUs in a sense. I mean, he gets to go. You former HBCU coach. He gets to look out for a lot of kids over here, and he's a part of that ABCA diversity committee.
Yeah.
The HBCU baseball diversity committee. Just talk about his help, how it can help. What we have going on here on this thing.
Well, he's here now, and speaking with him earlier, and he's going to get a chance to probably get a chance to amplify some of the talent in this league, and he's able to talk about it, being that he's went through it and he knows better than anyone right now about HBCU baseball talent. And I would say that this is probably one of the most kept secrets about what we do at HBCUs. And I think as we bring in the fam, as we bring in Bethune-Cookman, baseball schools within themselves, we really feel like baseball is going to jump to another level here in the SWAC, and it's going to amplify on black baseball.
Leadoff double there by O'Neal Burgos. And you're a Southern guy. Is it Burgos or Burgess or?
Burgess.
Burgess, all right. It's Burgess, all right. Leadoff double there by Burgess as he gets the second. That'll bring up Taj Porter. Who's some of your favorite? What are some of your favorite things, that you're an AD at Southern? What are some things that you're just kind of excited about, off the baseball field and just in the athletic department there at Southern University? I mean, I know you got, a host of sports, a host of coaches, a host of kids, just anything else going on that just may be of note right now.
One thing I'm excited about is what we've been able to do academically. That's when I probably wouldn't be here if Southern didn't go through the struggles that it went through when I came in. And so I left the basketball court to try to lead this athletic department as a whole back to where I think it belongs as one of the top in the country. And so our academic standing right now is great in all sports. And what these student athletes been able to do is been able to rewrite the record books for Southern University. And not only that, we have ambassadors. They are ambassadors on that campus, and that's what I like to see, these student athletes step up and take the lead. During COVID, we have a lot of challenges, but guess what? I put a lot of pressure on these coaches and these students to be leaders, and they just did. We just did a vaccination of a shot, so we had 175 given out in athletics.
Right.
Wow, nice.
And while young people are still struggling about should I do this, should I not, we've been able to educate our student athletes where they can go out and educate others, and so we can get back to some type of normalcy and get back to coming to these games and having a good time. And so though I'm the athletic director and wins and losses are important, I just think that when you're able to build and create young people to be empowered, I think that's an awesome thing.
Walk there by Taj Porter. Runners at first and second. Now Tremaine Spears comes up to pat. Brian, what did you?
Well, I wanted to continue on. You talked about the academic challenges. It seems like in just a lot of the HBCU Division I landscape, a lot of schools have dealt with the academic challenges over the last 5 years. If you look at 5 years ago, a lot of our schools were in bad spots in academic places. But as you just said, a lot of schools, we seem to be heading in the right direction. What is it that schools, you as athletic directors, and maybe other directors, I mean, I know you all talk at some point. What is it that we've learned, and what kind of things are we putting in place so that we can prevent?
As the shot gets down the left field line, one run will score for the Jaguars. That's O'Neal Burgess coming around. Taj Porter running around third. He's going to get there in a stand-up double.
Good job.
Two-run double there for Tremaine Spears. That'll take the score up to 9-4 in favor of the Jags.
I knew that sixth inning wasn't right. Look, Southern has scored in every inning other than the first, so back to scoring again. So just to finish my question, Coach, just about what things have been put in place to make sure that the next decade plus we maintain that academic level of success that we're seeing now from not only Southern but other schools.
Well, so one thing we had to do is invest in infrastructure. So let me talk about infrastructure. I think we report to the presidents and to the chancellors of the university. And what I found to be reasonably right is that a lot of times, they think, oh, he can go to athletics, and that person can be counseled by advisor that's just a school advisor. Athletics is a separate entity. Mm-hmm. Right. And so you need to understand that person have to pass 9 hours, a semester, have to get 18 a semester, and then they can only take 6 to be eligible. We were using, and not to sell it short, common day people without athletic knowledge is handling our business.
Okay.
And so what needed to happen was that we needed to invest in people that's been educated to handle NCAA athletic department Division I business with rules and regulations. That's the first thing that we had to do. Mm-hmm. And what we did was we got involved with the NCAA with regional rules. We took all our coaches, everybody that we hired, we took administration, and so they can get an understanding of it. This is a big business. Yes, and though Southern University and Southern Athletics go hand in hand, it's still a separate entity where you handle business with athletic versus handling it on campus. And so my job, I say all the time, is that I'm the conduit, I'm the glue for the president to make sure that the university side and the athletic department is working in conjunction. Mm-hmm. And so that's the first thing that we had to figure out is that, and I use the old cliche, you know how we kept people around a long time, they leave one department and then they say, oh, send them over there.
Oh, so that happened. That was happening there at the
so that don't work. That's why you found us getting in a lot of trouble. And so once they found out that the NCAA was serious about what we were headed about with compliance and rules and regulations and this, and as it relates to academic standards, all that had to change. And so that's where we started, and now you can see that when you invest into that type of infrastructure, you have a chance to be successful.
Yeah, and that was, one of the formulas that Charles McCullough used when he came through Texas Southern, coming from PV to TSU. And it just, things happen and just moves upon. And, it's kind of contagious, You get one school together, the other schools kind of fall in line as well.
That's right. We all start talking together, working together. We start to understand what grants that we can get, not, a lot of times we were territorial. We're going to do this and not tell no one. And now we start to work together. And speaking of Charles, I mean, what a great job he's doing at the commissioner.
Yes.
And that goes back to.
Is he going to be here this weekend, by the way? That you know?
No, he's in Indianapolis.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, he's on that committee.
Right.
Yeah,
okay, gotcha.
Yeah. He been. I think he's been locked up for 21 days. He can't go anywhere. But obviously, him being on an institution, on a campus as athletic director and stepping in, he knows the territory where we need to be. And I tell you, boy, we got some great things coming in this SWAC, and it's going to be exciting for us.
Xavier Moore steps into the box with the runner at second base. That's Tremaine Spears. Just got the two-run double, the two-run double RBI. Xavier Moore trying to extend the lead in this contest. Southern leads 9-4. New pitcher on the heel for the Arkansas Pine Bluff Golden Lions, number 45.
Jace Mapston, the sophomore from Willis, Texas. He, too, with another large ERA that I won't go through, but he's made 5 appearances, started 2 games out of those 5 appearances. So,
and a hit by pitch there.
And that one looked like it hurt. Night.
Let me ask you, Coach.
I'm a little biased with that one, y'all. That's my little nephew right there.
Uh-oh.
My little cousin.
Xavier Moore? All right, sounds good. Xavier Moore from – where's Xavier Moore from? Shreveport. Okay, gotcha. Let me ask you this. In terms of recruiting, Coach, we listen to – I'm a coach, and everybody's around here knows the game of college sports, and recruiting plays a part. And we'll just say winning. Right. You want to recruit the right students. What is Southern University doing? What is the SWAC doing to, make sure – because you talk about compliance. We got to be in compliance. What are we doing to recruit the right students academically and even athletically?
So I think it's a blend. I think some kids are motivated by playing the game, and if I get a chance to play the game, I'm going to do well academically. Right. Some kids are pretty good academically, and I'm just going to play the game, and I know I'm going to take care of my academic side. But as a coach, you're in the business of winning and losing ball games, so I think you have to blend that. So I think from the university side is we have to make sure that we have tools in place for all student athletes, and that's where your academic center for athletics come in at. You got to have the tutoring in place. You got to have the advisors in place. The academic side for athletics and the coach have to be on the same page because guess what? Most student athletes want to get out here and play this game. And so if that person not making his tutoring sessions, not doing the extra credit that we have them to do and working with the athletic advisors, then the coach can take that game time away from them, and that seems to be a motivator. Right. And so I said all that to say that they have to work together hand in hand to make sure that we are putting the commitment on both sides of the table to playing and being a student athlete. And it's no question about it. I mean, as a student athlete, I probably wasn't quite motivated by academics, but I wanted to play the game, so I was going to do my work. So I think there's a blend, and you try to get good kids with good character, and you have to really sit down. You have to really sit down with your compliance side and make sure, hey, we lost this many people. Can I bring this many in? This kid might want to go on a transfer portal. Where do I stand as it relates to my APR? So we won't go over that 930 or that 950 mark that we have to succeed. So it's a constant, to me, it's a constant business there where you have to communicate, and we communicate bi-weekly with our coaches to make sure we're all on the same page.
As Bobby Thompson creates the first out here for the Southern Jaguars, William Nelson steps into the box, runners at first and second. Coach, talk to your fans right now out there listening. We've got a lot of – and there's the double steal. And throw down a third. Both runners are going to be safe. Great job right there by head coach Chris Crenshaw getting the runners in the scoring position.
I feel like that's the third. Is that the third?
Yeah.
At least the third double steal
Yeah.
we've seen in this ball game.
Do you watch these guys practice? Have you ever been to a Southern practice?
Yeah, I do. I kind of go around and watch. Very, very fundamental.
Right.
You know, they checking all the boxes and covering and they talking about moving runners all the time. So, you know, I don't know all the right.
I was just going to say, you don't sound like you know exactly what he's talking about, but you know what he's talking about.
I know fundamentals. You know, I gave this game up in the 9th grade. So, you know, and
you know, but coaches still get together, bounce ideas.
Right,
I mean, teaching a strategy and, you know, learning the guys. And, I mean, basketball, baseball, it's still the same, not fundamentals, but the same teachings. You know, you got to be in that classroom setting.
It's details.
That's right.
The successful basketball coaches are the ones who pay attention to details, and I'm learning. I'm a basketball guy, so I'm learning from the baseball that it's details. We talked about this, you know, during the batting practice. As I'm watching Southern taking bunts from the pitching machine. It's not something I see everybody do. So what do we see? We see good execution on the bunts in the game. So it's little details like that matter.
I think with Crenshaw having the tutelage from Coach Kadar and then from Coach Carrick, I think he can find himself in a great spot.
Right.
I tell him all the time, I see Coach Carrick in him, but I also see a lot of Roger Kadar in him.
Old school.
And so, you know, I think that he has taken both of those. And when you go, they are very organized. And I'm on being organized and disciplined. And so at the end of the day, when I go over there and peep at those guys, they're working hard. And when they going through their fundamentals, and, you know, I will ask a lot of questions. And also, I'm about character. I don't think that you go out there and get 100 guys in the transfer portal. I think that you go get what you need, but, you know, we want to bring in young folks and walk them from their freshman year to their senior year. We want to see them grow and things like that. And so we all on the same page with that. I think you have your departmental standards, and then your head coaches are the CEOs of their program.
Right.
And as long as they have the departmental standards and knowing what you all about, you give them a chance to put their own self into their program.
Absolutely.
Because I think we are all made differently. We all have different ideals, and I think that's a good thing about being able to express yourself as an athlete and as a coach.
As this event, you know, progresses, and we'll probably see some more, you know, down the line. We see a lot of marketing folks out here. We see the departments even kind of, you know, promoting the school. Let me ask you this. Kid wants to come to Southern University, Baton Rouge, on the Bluff. You know, why Southern University, Coach?
You know, Southern University has been a proven leader in society of molding young people to be successful. And I think when you come to Southern University, everyone put their arms around you. Louisiana culture-wise is known as a hugging and kissing place, but we literally like to put our arms around you, and we kind of, you know, I tell everybody we not.
And you like to feed us too.
Yeah, that's what I tell everybody. You know, I look at it. You know, we not the Walmart with the store at the corner, where you come in, your mom had a little credit and all the nice store at the corner. Yeah. You know, you come in, they have everything, and you got, you know, your mom back in the day used to have that little credit there where they tell you, boy, go sit there and get something.
There you
so
go.
It's a lot of love. That's what I'm trying to say, and and we try our best to amplify that, along with ensuring integrity for our student athletes, that we're going to grow them to be great people and have a chance to be successful as females and males in this society. And along with sticking your chest out saying that I won championships. That's a big deal for us. And so no question about it, winning ball games and competing at a high level with great character, though, is very important to our athletic department. We look for young people that can come in and do those things. Because I always tell everybody, this is your program, not my program. And so we're going to work together so it can make it our program.
As the Jaguars bring one more run across and actually an extra ball forward there. Runners at first and third now for the Jags at the plate. Jalen Armstrong, 10-4 your score now for the Jags over the Golden Lions.
Yeah, I was just trying to see whether that last at bat. Well, there you go again.
And there he is, takes off. Runners at second and third now.
I was trying to make – was that previous? That was a –
it was a ball four, pass ball.
It was a ball four,
wild pitch.
Yeah.
And a run scored on that as well.
Yeah, wow.
Just your last thoughts, Coach. You know, anything you just want to say out there to the folks, you know, watching this game today, you know, anything you want to say about Southern University, just, on the up and up, and even the SWAC as well. You know what I mean? With the family, you talk about family. The SWAC is, Southern is a part of the SWAC. We're family here. What are just some of the things you just want to say about Southern and, in the SWAC as well?
Yeah, so I always like to give a shout-out to Jaguar Nation. Every time I call on them, they show up. And as I walk around here, I'm shaking a lot of hands of a lot of Jaguar fans here.
Absolutely.
And we like coming to this area. And I want to give a shout-out to putting on this a great venue and a nice classic that they're putting on here. And I just think it's going to get better in the future. And I just think that right now is our time as historical black colleges. Mm-hmm. And I think that what you will see in the next couple of years, you will see us take our rightful place in Division I, NCAA Division I sports that we've never been there before. And I'm grateful to be the athletic director at Southern University, but also be a part of a bigger history-making process, and that's the Southwest Athletic Conference.
Coach, we thank you for your time. Thank you for coming on today. You talked about it. One of the reasons why I chose, Texas Southern was because of the baseball historically at Southern.
Right.
7 guys drafted in that year in 2003, Ricky Weeks going second overall. I know he's a donator, a sponsor of the program, a big supporter of the program, and these are some of the things that our kids need to see.
Right.
In terms of bringing that black baseball culture here to the at Southwestern Athletic Conference. Not only just HBCU baseball.
Period. And it's good to see these young kids, and we need to do more of that. Introduce this game, because people don't realize, back in the day, this was my father and grandfather's best game right here, baseball.
And we had music at the games. Yeah, it was entertainment. It was the basketball version. It was the baseball version of the Harlem Globetrotters.
There you go.
It was really an exhibition, because Satchel Paige said, "Y'all come on into the outfit." You can't do that nowadays. I mean, but but hey, thanks for your time, man, and coming on. And we'll definitely meet back up.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Okay,
have a good day.
Okay, Coach. All right, that's Roman Bakes, Athletic Director, Southern University on the Bluff, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Just a part of great tradition, great history there at Southern, Brian.
Again, as the SWAC continues to grow, it's athletic directors like Coach Banks that continues to be in the forefront of a lot of the things that we see happening at schools like Southern.
As we
got a new pitcher on the mound for Arkansas Pine Bluff, Joseph Eichelberger, a freshman, right-handed pitcher from McDonough, Georgia. His appearances thus far, he's been in 3 other games, 2.2 innings, 3 hits, 6 runs, 5 earned, 9 walks. The walks are a little high, so I mean the ERA is not as bad as some other guys, but we'll see if he can get some strikes. Tough spot to be in for a freshman, but hey, that's how you learn.
Runners at second and third, 1 away here for the Golden Lions. Jaguars threatening with more runs on the board. Here's the pitch by Eichelberger. Ball gets away.
I thought it hit him.
Scoring around third will be Xavier Moore, and up to third will be William Nelson there. So runners at third base now, and we have a new guest inside of the broadcast booth. You've probably heard his name before. I mean, you've probably seen him around a couple of highlights, ESPN. His name is Tori Hunter. How you feeling, man?
All right, man. Thank you guys for having me.
Sounds good, man. Congratulations on all that you do. The Lifetime Achievement Award today, and obviously, I've never met you, man, but, just a pleasure to get in front of you and, just kind of remember some of those I'm a White Sox guy, man. I even got my hat right here. But, I mean, you've robbed a lot of home runs in Chicago, Minnesota, man, but I know those are good playing days up there in Minnesota. As well as California and everywhere else. But,
California was great. Detroit was great, but that's why I learned how to be a man playing in Minnesota.
In the Dome?
In the Dome, in the Metrodome. Right. I had some great mentors with Kirby Puckett, Dave Winfield. Dave Winfield. And,
got drafted in 4 sports, Dave Winfield, by the way.
Yeah, 4 sports. How about that? That was impressive.
2 basketballs, ABA and the NBA.
Yeah, he's a very impressive man.
Right.
They more Kirby Puckett and Paul Molitor and Dave Winfield just taught me a lot off the field. On the field, of course, they gave me some info. This guy, Jalen Armstrong, I think he's one of the best guys on the field, to be honest with you. I think he's going to get drafted and he's going to make it to the major leagues.
What do you see from Jalen Armstrong? You brought that up. What do you see in his game that you like?
I see confidence, not arrogance. I see confidence. Confidence is from within. Arrogance is everything that's outside. Yes, and I see confidence in this young man. He doesn't really show it showboat it so much, but you could tell that he has that confidence and understand what he needs to do and what he can do at the plate and on the field. His speed is second to none. Mm-hmm. That speed alone would get him in the big leagues to at least be a fourth outfielder his first year and beat somebody out in a position. He has all the tools and talent that's necessary for the major leagues.
And he's just a sophomore, so that's high praise.
That's crazy. He's a sophomore. I didn't know that.
That's right.
But I got him in my notes.
That's why I said it's impressive.
Is he on your fantasy team too? Are you doing the fantasy baseball?
In my mind.
I know everybody's doing that. Yeah.
In my mind, I'm doing it.
It's all good, man. Definitely appreciate you for hanging out with us, and he's going to stay up here with us. We're not letting him leave.
They won't let me leave.
The door's already closed and locked. Jalen Armstrong taking off, showing that speed. Not even a throw down.
You got to eat that.
And he did. You can't. I played in the swag. I've seen some fast guys, man. I've seen Corey Wembley. I've seen the Ricky Weeks.
Yeah.
I've seen those guys, but this guy, he really shows it. He really shows it.
He reminds me of a left-handed Andrew McCutcheons.
Yeah.
His swing, his style of play, he's a strong young man. He's going to when he get his man muscles, he's going to be even stronger. I'm pretty sure he's pretty young.
High fly ball in the infield. Dante Leach calling for it, and a little miscommunication there. Nevertheless, Dante Leach comes away with it. 2 outs here for the Golden Lions. F-5 if you're scoring at home. That was Isaiah Adams.
Dante Leach's dad was Jalal Leach, and he played with the Expos, and he's actually a pretty good hitter. And I played against him, and I called him and said, "Hey man, we'd love to have your son." And he had him to come to a HBCU. He's only 18, just turned 18 maybe.
He's a freshman, yeah.
Yeah, he's a freshman. He's a pretty impressive baseball kid. He didn't know how many outs it were earlier, but we need to work on that.
And here's another fly ball, high right field. Second baseman going back. Right fielder coming in, making the play is going to be not Timothy Martin. Timothy Martin came out the game. That is, I'm sorry, he came into the game. That is Tim Martin out there in right field. I'm sorry, I thought he came out, but he stayed in. Great job there. And that'll keep us going here. Now, you just used the term we. Mm-hmm. Now, we know you went from, high school in Pine Bluff, correct? Okay. Now, does that mean you are, supporting Pine Bluff because we're we, or you would have went to Arkansas Pine Bluff had you not signed the league? Talk to me about that we, man. I know you're a Pine Bluff guy.
It's crazy. I'm from Pine Bluff, and
right.
that lion logo, it was all around. It kind of brainwashed me, but I'm a Razorback.
Right.
I signed with the Razorbacks. Okay. I'm Razorback through and through. But my best friend is Carlos James, the head coach.
Yeah,
so
played in the minor leagues himself, played pro ball.
He played pro ball.
University of Arkansas, Monticello.
Yep. Yeah, he did. And all we do is talk baseball, brainstorm. Right now he has a young squad, and he's trying to really get those guys going. But, man, I'm a Razorback, man.
Okay.
When I say we, I'm talking because I got a connection with those guys. I'm not a Golden Lion at all. I wouldn't even have thought about signing with Golden Lions when I came out in 1993. But I just wanted to play for the Razorbacks, and then I got drafted in the first round, and they bought my scholarship, and I always did work with the Razorbacks, and to this day, everything I do is Razorback.
But talk about giving back to the Pine Bluff community. I mean, you're very inspirational in this, Pine Bluff program. The field looks nice. Mm-hmm. You helped out a little bit there. And you're obviously from Pine Bluff. Just talk about what Pine Bluff does mean to you in the city. I mean, I know you're Razorback, but I mean, Pine Bluff holds a dear spot in your heart as well.
It does, man. I grew up there, man. I know so many people there. I know a lot of these kids' dads. I play with them on the squad right now in this present day. But it's my hometown. It's a place where I want to go. A lot of things that I'm doing as far as business-wise, I'm here learning. The last 10 years, I'm learning a lot, just trying to connect businesses, and I want to take it back to Pine Bluff, but I have to learn it first.
Sure. Yes.
So I think God allowed me to play the game of baseball and learn a lot, meet a lot of people, and able to meet so many people and learn so much and take it back to Pine Bluff, and that's what I want to do.
As Davion White leads off the bottom half of the 7th and still going strong is John G. for the Southern Jaguars. Tori,
I wanted to ask you, Tori, about the culture shock of going from Pine Bluff, Arkansas to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Now, and I say that because I grew up in the Midwest and I moved south to go to college.
Oh, that's not good.
That's going to be some extra bases
and
there.
It may be 2 extra bases as Davian White gets over to third base on that. It was already a single. Make it a triple. Jalen Armstrong just getting some praise there.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, but that happens in baseball.
It happens in baseball. Yeah, it happens in baseball. It's 11-4. You could be a little more aggressive, but it's called an ill-advised dive.
Right.
And I've done that several times in my life, but I actually learned from it.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, but I've learned from those mistakes and not to do that again.
Absolutely.
And that's something, he's what, 19, 20 years old, and he will learn, especially getting pro ball. They take him out of the game and never play him for 7 more days. But he's going to learn some kind of way. You going to learn today.
Yeah.
Sorry, do you give him a single and error on that?
No, that's him diving right there. Gave it a triple.
You're going to give him a triple. No
100% a triple.
And a run scored there.
There's no error in that because he went all out for it.
Okay.
So you're looking at learning something from the major
already,
league,
absolutely.
right?
100% a triple.
Love it.
And it saves him too not to have an error.
Right. But Coach wrote that down. Coach wrote it down on his list, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's a mistake, but it's not an error.
Wait, now what do we have going on here?
Carlos got kicked out.
Wait, what?
No, I don't know. I'm just.
Well, we had a wild pitch which brought the run in.
11-5. We've got to get the official word on that when we can. But you were talking about, going from Pine Bluff to Minneapolis, and just learning. Well, where did you go minor league first? Where did they send you?
They, in 1993, I was 17, and July 15, I'll never forget, 1993, and they sent me to Fort Myers, Florida.
Okay.
And it was totally different.
You got a kid from Fort Myers on the Pine Bluff roster, Mike Gerwitz.
Oh yeah, I see it, Fort Myers, and it was just it was a culture shock for me, coming from Pine Bluff and. 85% African American, and it's poverty and everything, and then you get there, it's a totally different feel. And for me, I adapt. I'm a chameleon,
Right.
I try to adapt to this thing, and I was able to go on to meet so many people that taught me so many different things, and how to be a man, and how to save your money, how to do all these things, and that's how I ended up moving to Texas, no state taxes. And Kirby Puckett was one of the guys that taught me that.
Kirby, from Chicago area, I played in the same Little League as him, Southside Little League.
Oh, really?
Southside. Good inspirational piece. What did he say to you, man? Just give me something. You got to give me a Kirby Puckett story, man.
He told me the first thing I need to learn about baseball. Nice hit.
Great hit up the right-hand side. Jar Parker getting another single there for the Golden Lions.
Well, he told me the number one thing he told me in baseball, you need to learn how to accept failure. And I'm like, because in high school, you don't fail. Right. I struck out 3 times maybe in high school in 3 years. In 3 years, I might.
Average was probably 500 something.
It was 530 something. Strikeout. What is that? You strike out, you're like, whoa, what just happened?
Right.
And then you get the pro ball. I struck out 3 times my first game.
Wow.
I only struck out 3 times.
In minor leagues or the pros?
In minor leagues. In minor leagues. And I struck out 3 times, and I'm like, what's going on? And he sat me down and said, the first thing you need to learn is learn how to fail and make adjustments.
Right.
And that's a part of life, and baseball is life. Life is baseball.
Absolutely. And single down the left field line. Actually, that's going to be a double if he can extend it. Runner will go from first to third, and a throw in the second, and Carson Vasquez is going to have a double there for the Golden Lions. Golden Lions not giving up just yet.
Vasquez is having a great series last night and tonight.
Yeah, he's a pretty good hitter, man. I talked to him down there earlier, and he's had some confidence himself, and asks a lot of questions. That's what I like about guys who ask a lot of questions. Of course, he's a senior. He's not a senior, is he?
Vasquez, number 23. He is a sophomore. Alameda, California. Sac City. A lot of ballers there, man.
What I like about young guys like that who ask questions, that means they're very open to what your answer is going to be. So you got to be careful what answer you give them.
Right.
Because when people ask questions, their heart is open for whatever is coming next. Mm-hmm. And that's what I love about guys who ask questions. When you go up to someone and tell them what to do, they can't receive it because they didn't really ask you the question. And that's why I like when young guys like that ask all the questions in the world.
That's interesting that you say that when somebody asks you that question. You don't necessarily maybe want to tell them the truth. Yeah. You don't want to give them the hard, cold truth.
You suck.
Yeah, you want to you want to give them a little constructive feedback. But what they say, you want to give them some positive, then maybe hit them with the negative, and then come back with the positive again. Right.
And that's what you try to do. You try to always build them up, and you teach them to ask why. You know, you just don't do things people tell you to do. Ask them why. If they can't explain why they're telling you to do it, then you don't need to listen to them at all.
Who was one of your best coaches in minor leagues, Coach?
I would say Al Newman. Al Newman won the World Series in 1991 with the Minnesota Twins, and he was my manager from 95 to 1997.
Okay, so you did 4 years in the minors.
I did 4.5 years in the minors. Okay. Yeah, and then I got called up in 1997.
And who was your coach? Was it Gardenhire at that time? No.
It was Tom Kelly.
Tom Kelly, that's right. Okay.
He was tough.
Yeah, he was tough.
He was tough. He was an old school manager. You know, you couldn't do nothing right with him, but you actually did something right. He just couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
and it was tough. He just couldn't read them.
Now, did you get a chance to play with Kirby in the outfield in 90? No, he had already retired,
Yeah,
right?
1996, he got hit in the eye by Dennis Martinez.
Yes.
And then he had glaucoma in his eye, and it went shut. He called himself One-Eye Jack because he could still hit. He just didn't want to take the chance and end up retiring. But I played with him in spring training in 1994 and 95.
On the 40-man.
On the 40-man. Gotcha. I wasn't on the 40-man. I was an invitee. They called me an invitee.
That's fly ball left field. Isaiah Adams camping under it. Play is going to be at the plate here. Here comes the throw off line.
But nice arm.
Really nice arm there by Isaiah Parker, but definitely gets the job done there, did Nick Kreutzer, which makes the score now 11-6.
And that's rare when you see a guy can get a sac fly. That's that old school baseball. You just make something happen. And to get that run in, and he did the job.
Now, did you do any broadcasting school in the majors once you finished? Did you do any? Did you go to the classes that they offer or anything? Or
well, actually, I worked for Fox Sports for 3 years.
Okay,
so I did TV. I did 25 games a year from 16 with the Twins.
Gotcha. Fox Sports North. Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay.
And I did it with them for 3 years, and I had a good time. I had fun, and I got to a point where I really like being around the players and like really giving that information. I felt like in the booth, I didn't know who I was talking to. I was giving my insight, but I didn't know who I was talking to. Yeah. Was I really making an impact?
Right.
And when I go down to the clubhouse and talk to the guys, and they ask so many questions, and I sit there and I talk to them and give them some of the things that that work for me, and just something they can have in a package. And I felt like I was doing more there than I was in the booth, and I kind of excused myself from the booth in 2018.
Okay, now let me ask you this. You got a chance to go not straight to pro ball, but you got drafted. Had you went to college at University of Arkansas, what are some of the things that you kind of see that you kind of missed, not being able to experience in college?
Man,
our great atmosphere in Arkansas, man. I mean, the Razorbacks, that's one of the best college baseball stadiums you can really play in nowadays. And atmospheres, yeah.
Honestly, most people will say, man, forget that. It can't go back. I'm here.
Right.
But every once in a while I look back and say, I missed that college experience.
Yeah.
I wish I'd had that experience of, going to class and maybe get my degree, and also, learning some things on my own instead of jumping right into it. I think I skipped the process, and whenever you take things out of time, you actually bury it, and time keeps going, and now you got to try to bring that back. And I had to go back and learn how to be something different. And if you take your money out of time and you bury it, it can't grow. If you take it out of the stock market, it can't grow. You bury it. So the interest is gone. This is the same thing with me. I didn't get a chance to get that college experience. I had to grow up fast.
Yes.
And so I missed that adolescent time of maturity and adjustments, and I didn't get to do that in college. And sometimes I think back and say, I wish I would have went ahead and went to Arkansas, played 2 or 3 years, or got my degree, and went on and played. But if you look at the results right now, life experiences is way more powerful. And I met so many people. I got playing Major League Baseball got me indoors and in rooms with people that are billionaires, that are more powerful people telling me what books to read, how to do this and how to do business, how to carry yourself, and so if I went to college, I don't know. I probably wouldn't have made it to the major leagues. Yes. I probably wouldn't have did those things, but I can't look back and have regrets. I actually look at my life and look over my life. I had a chance and opportunity to meet so many people and learn so many things that I probably wouldn't do had I not made it to the major leagues.
Man, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. Making that switch from Minnesota to the Angels, when I saw that story, the general manager who made the deal,
Tony Regan.
Oh, man, Regan's, who works for the MLB now.
Yeah.
A really good guy. I saw the story.
The Urban Initiative,
The Urban Initiative, right,
yeah,
exactly.
The president.
Yes. So he mentioned that was a really good acquisition for the Angels, and just for you and for him. You got a chance to go play in California. You got a chance to, you didn't finish it out there,
Yeah.
But you got a chance to, hit that on the back end. You played with
Detroit afterwards.
I remember that.
But Trout.
But Trout was coming up with the Angels at that time.
Yeah, he was young.
He was really young. Right.
He was on the back end of my career with the Angels.
Right. You left California in
2012. He was 11. He was 11 and 12. So I played 2 years with him. Had him when he was 19, 20. I had a 21st birthday party for him. He couldn't believe it. He was
5'2".
It was
he
rated
was
PG
considered
though.
5'2". Oh, right.
He was 5'2". Hey, he's a legitimate 5'2" player.
Right.
I've never seen anybody dig up earth when he's running down the first baseline. I mean, this guy's a tremendous athlete, like super athlete. He can play with anybody. He can go to NFL and start. He can go NBA and start. That's what kind of athlete Mike Trout is, and I was very impressed with him. But like I said, I love guys that ask questions. When I came in, Trout's locker was right next to mine. Of course, they put him there so we can have a conversation.
Yeah.
And he said he was like that kid on Ice Cube. Are we there yet?
Oh yeah.
Are we there yet? He always asks those questions. Are we there yet? What do you have for me today?
Right.
Pitcher? What is the pitcher doing? Is he tipping his pitches? What is he going to throw?
The edge.
How did you feel when you did? He always asks questions, and you see him today. To this day, he still asks questions.
Wow.
He's the best player in the major leagues, and he asks a lot of questions. And so it was cool. I had fun with the Angels and kind of worked on my tan a lot out there. It was cool.
Strikeout out there for the Jaguars. Did you want to mention, the new pitcher? Did you have a number for him?
The only thing we have is Derek Mays, freshman from out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Unfortunately, no stats per se for him. So good first start for Mr. Mays.
We've been having a good conversation here with MLB legend, Tori Hunter here upstairs in the broadcast booth. Dr. Pepper Ballpark here in Frisco, Texas. Tori, you talk about a kid like Mike Trout. I'm going to talk about a kid like Tori Hunter. Whether it be Nick Strong or whether it be Brian Fulford right here, what is it going to take to get some of these kids to a school like Pine Bluff, even, just a SWAC? Or, how can we kind of hit that trail and, kind of get not necessarily the 5-star blue chippers, but we'll just say the 5-star blue chippers in a sense. What can we do to start saying, we need you to come to Pine Bluff as we get a fly ball right here, second base, Bubba Thompson. You're doing your part. You're giving back to, Coach James and Arkansas Pine Bluff University. What are some things that, how can we get that player? Or how can we, we up that talent?
It's things like this, just a showcase. You need like a showcase event where kids can come and see people of their liking that's playing on the baseball field. You need more of a branding and showcase like this that we're having here with the Diamond Classic for the HBCUs. Unfortunately, we had Prairie View and Grambling State that were here, but due to COVID, of course, they couldn't make it. But had they been here, that would have been a lot more.
The brand. Right, you're going to show the brand. That's
you
right.
got to show the brand.
Over there, Coach Riggins,
and that's what we're trying to do, showcase this brand that, hey, we're here playing baseball. Come see us, come watch us play, and we getting teams in the area around the Texas state area, like Louisiana, here in Texas and Pine Bluff, Arkansas, and get them in this area because a lot of people live here in the DFW area. 7 million people here, and there was a lot of people in the HBCUs to come and represent a lot of these colleges, and that's what it's going to take in different areas to showcase these kids.
And you just mentioned the group that you're a part of that's putting on the showcase here. That's the BCSG.
The BCSG.
BCSG, right. Now talk a little bit about that and, some of the plans moving forward, because I believe, I mean, this is nothing but a Magic City Classic, a Bayou Classic, but on the baseball field.
Right.
I mean, we talked about it looking at, I mean, it's the same concept.
Right.
You want to get fans out to the stands. We know it's baseball. I mean, we know we may not need 12,000 right off the back.
Right.
But as you build it up, what are some of you all's plans moving forward with that?
Well, and that's the plan. That's the plan to kind of put it out here. This thing we call the compound effect. It starts to compound, but we got to do it first.
Right.
You know, some people might not. Prentice is one of the guys that's heading this whole thing, and he just took the first step. A lot of people don't think about the first step being the most powerful thing. Sometimes you got people in the boat who's looking like, don't get in the water. No, I got to learn how to walk on the water, right? And the one that took that first step is the most powerful, and Prentice did that. And this event, I think, is gonna, get contagious. It's going to be like a domino effect, and it's going to start falling over. And
recruits come out, taking a look. They see the atmosphere.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And the atmosphere is great for a Saturday.
Oh, man, this is awesome.
I say a couple hundred people, almost 1,000 people.
Which is okay.
And all we want to do is get a grain of sand, keep putting it in there. Over time, the thing is a big sandbag, and that's what we want to have.
As a coach, I'm with you on that, just in my baseball mindset, because we'll just, take it back to Arkansas and the LSUs, the SECs. If I'm a recruit and I go to we'll just say an LSU-Arkansas series, I mean, that's doesn't get any bigger than that in baseball and the SEC, right? That's the one you want to be at for a recruit, right?
Right.
Now you come to the Dallas Metroplex, this thing gets a little bigger in, X amount of years or whatever it is. I mean, the kids from Plano come over, the kids from Richardson, wherever it be, and they see a couple of thousand. I mean, that's almost like what they would see in an SEC or a Pac-12 weekend, and now they get the opportunity. I want to be a part of that.
Right.
Yes. That's
what happened to me. This place called Taylor Field in Pine Bluff.
Okay.
And I was able to ride my bike to this game, and this coach would allow me to come in and chase balls, and chase the foul balls. And I would chase the foul balls, and I see the city teams playing, and these guys are in high school, and I'm like, man, I want to be like this guy. I see this African American kid playing. I see him. He looks like me. I want to be able to play, and that's how I got into baseball. I was a football guy until I started chasing these foul balls that they have and bring them back for a soda, for Frito pie.
We talked about that yesterday. We talked about that yesterday. That's right. Snow cones or whatever.
Right. And I chase those balls and I bring them back. Of course, I got that Frito pie, but I was able to see players on the field like myself. And that's what drove me to play the game of baseball. Of course, I was 10 when I started. It was a little late, but I was so driven.
High fly ball center field. Davion White camps out under that. F to 8 if you're scoring at home for O'Neal Burgess. Leading off here, things in the top of the 8th. So I heard you say you did a little color on Fox Sports North, Twins Network.
Yes. It was very interesting.
Now, Brian, I'm not gonna. You're my guy.
Oh, hey, look.
You're my guy. I just want to let you know Tori Hunter's in the booth, and he said he's done some work in the past.
Hey, look, I'm learning. I'm a watcher and a listener. I'm learning right now.
Yeah. It's cool to. That's a nice one.
And there's another fly ball. Make it over the head and make it out of the park. Home run there for Tosh Porter, the junior from Manville, Louisiana. Extends the lead to 12-6.
Wow.
A home run there for the Jags.
That's the third consecutive at-bat. Porter has gone and touched every base, this time with a home run. Third run. Actually, his fourth run scored in this contest.
That's crazy. 12 total bases. That's unbelievable.
That's now this is start getting into the analytics. What's that? That's the on base percentage stat.
Right.
I didn't have that growing up. It was just your batting average, your batting average,
right,
and that was it. That's what I kept up with. All the other stuff.
When you get 12 total bases in a game, you're doing something that day. You get no base.
It's more than that, but that's just the last 3 at bats.
That's crazy.
The switch from catcher to first base has been very kind to Mr. Porter today.
Yeah, this is when you get guys like that. You kind of got to. You guys are too comfortable. You got to kind of brush them back, not hit them. I'm saying pitch in more to make them uncomfortable. When you comfortable, you're able to hit balls like that, and that's part of the growth of these guys of UAPB, and they're trying to grow. They have a bunch of young guys. They don't know how to pitch in just yet. But that's how you establish the pitch away, by pitching in.
Right, hard in and soft away.
Right, right. Hard in, soft away, two-seamer back door, whatever you need to do. But if you're not pitching in, I'm going to get comfortable. And I'm going to see every pitch. But if you pitch me in or up and in and you move my feet, it makes you uncomfortable. And that's something that needs to be, of course, embedded in it.
I wonder if you learned that, Tori. Hold on. I wonder if you learned that because the pitch you threw yesterday to Skill throughout the first pitch yesterday, today, but yesterday definitely, the one you threw yesterday, I saw that one. I mean, why didn't Coach Kelly let you get up there on the mound? Coach Gardenhire let you get on the mound late in the innings and mop up time, man.
Because I wouldn't have played 19 years. I would have played 19 days. They would have kicked me smooth out of the game if I was pitching.
But now, were you in Detroit when the guy played all 9 innings, or was that before you? I'm sorry, all 9 positions.
Oh yeah, that was start with an H.
Yeah, now he got to pitch. That's what I'm saying with you. You never got a chance to get up there, mop up time, anything, score out of hand. No, they wouldn't let you. But
you gonna play center field.
Were you throwing? Could you pitch?
If they wanted, I pitched in high school.
Right. Okay.
And I came in, I closed games out, and I threw hard.
Yeah. How hard were you up to? Just asking.
Probably in high school, I was probably 91, 92.
Okay.
And as I got older, I'm pretty sure I can hit 95, 96. Probably can hit 90-something right now.
Yeah. You didn't know pitching salaries were going to go the way they went.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't want to be no pitcher. It was boring. They pitch one day, get 4 days off, and play golf. They are scratch golfers. Why you a scratch golfer playing baseball? It don't make sense. That's too much time in your hand.
Yeah, you threw it, man. I saw. I didn't know. You're outfielder. Some guys like to get converted. Obviously, some guys do get converted. But when I saw you throw that ball, man, it was.
Oh yeah, I
got. You play any 40 and over league, man? I just joined a 35. I just joined a men's league, man. I'm still trying to play a little bit.
I don't touch a bet unless you pay me.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So now we got to get the charity game going on. We got to get the Black College Sports Network charity baseball game going, and we got to make sure Tori gets a little funds on that. Okay.
I would teach definitely. If you ask me to pick up a bat, no chance.
You ever thought about coaching anything, or just in general? Once you get older, you're out here in the area, select anything, or
man, it's crazy. Even before baseball, just watching Trading Places. I don't know if you remember Trading Places. Eddie Murphy was homeless on the sidewalk, and he went up and moved up in the world. I always wanted to be a businessman.
Yep.
And and that's how I kind of got out of doing TV, Fox North Sports.
Okay.
And I kind of. That's what I wanted to get into in the business side of it, and I've been doing it while I was playing, and then I started taking master classes and different things like that, and I said, you know what? Forget all the master classes, analysis paralysis. I don't want to get all the information and not do it.
Right.
And so I just went out and stepped out on faith and started some restaurants, some commercial properties, got some commercial business, and also some developments around the area. So and it's fun. I'm learning a lot, man, but also staying in the game of baseball because, I have a lot of wisdom, and wisdom is heal pain. I struck out a lot, and I learned from it and made adjustments, and that's what wisdom is heal pain, not just pain itself.
I love this game, man. Baseball is life, definitely.
Baseball is life. Life is baseball.
There's a swing and a miss there. Golden Lions trailing 12-6, trying to get out of this inning. If they can get out of it with one, they can try to scratch some up in here in the bottom half. I just appreciate, you putting this on. I'm down in Houston, I made the drive up, and I've been reading about what you're doing, man, and, just how you're giving back to the community. And, just what are your last words here on the broadcast? Just kind of talking, man. What are some things you want people to know about, not necessarily just only Tori Hunter, but, this event, just some of the things that you all have coming up?
Man, we just want to showcase these kids, man, and while I was in the game, I saw the diminishing numbers of African Americans playing the game of baseball, Major League Baseball, and I always wanted to try to be a brand and also market it and try to tell people about it. And me, I'm just still part of it. And I love what Prentice and BCSG is trying to do is really get it out there and rebrand the HBCUs and get kids involved and interested in this game of baseball. Because you got to think about it, in Negro leagues, that's all we did was play baseball. We didn't have a Negro League football. We didn't have Negro League basketball. We had Negro League baseball.
Right.
And I want people to know that's ingrained in us. It's embedded in us. And Major League Baseball, all the things that are top in every category in home runs and walks, and they're African Americans. And I don't think people really understand that this is our heritage and this is what we do.
Tori, I really appreciate it, man.
Hey, thank you guys. I appreciate you guys, man. All right, take care.
Thank you. We're going to take a short break right now, and when we come back, we have a pitching change. You're watching the Lone Star Diamond Classic on the Black College Sports Network.
The human voice has always connected audiences with experiences. Major brands all across America have trusted Kever's voice time and time again. Conversational, powerhouse, intelligent, and sincere. That's the voice you need for your creative marketing process. KEAVERSVOICE.com. Kever's Voice, Kever's Voice, KeversVoice.com. Always on, all the time.
Shop Velvet Online Women's Boutique to spice up your closet with trendy, unique looks. We have fashionable and chic looks at very affordable prices. Velvet Boutique offers free shipping all year long on all orders. Shop online at www.melvetboutique.com. That's www.melvetboutique.com. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram. Shop Velvet Online Women's Boutique.
To Clinton Parish, and Tampa's my community. I grew up here, went to school here, and my wife and I make our home here. What makes Tampa special are its people. So when I represent someone injured in my community, it's personal. Call my office and speak to a real lawyer and not some referral service. I will fight the insurance companies to get the settlement that you deserve. At the law office of Clinton Parish, we take the pain out of being hurt.
This is Brian Fulford. A.D. Drew and I are co-hosts of the BCSN Sports Wrap. We talk about all things related to HBCU athletics, from the games, teams, coaches, and fans.
Welcome back to the Lone Star Diamond Classic here on the Black College Sports Network. Just got a chance to hang out with Tori Hunter inside the broadcast booth, Brian. I mean, how was that?
It was awesome. Awesome.
You know, one thing that I liked that he said was, got to help our own. You know, let's kind of keep it together. And one other thing that he talked about was I was real big on, you know, recruiting and getting in the talent. He said events like these could, you know, help you possibly get some, you know, we'll just say some top-notch recruits on campus, you know. Having a chance to come take a look at the classics, see everybody hanging out. On the baseball side, I mean, we do it on the football side all the time in the SWAC or in HBCU. Oh, my goodness. As Bubba Thompson.
That one hurt.
Takes one on the knee. You know, but what do you think about he said about recruiting, man, in these college classics? I mean, like I say, basketball and football does their thing. How important can it be on the baseball side?
Well, and you know, I'll be honest. That's the thing that I think is so different about baseball in comparison to football and basketball, because baseball is set up in a way where the cream of the crop, so to speak, when you come out of high school, you have the opportunity to go to the major league and be in the major league system.
Right.
You have a chance, you know, and so those elite, you know, I'm always interested when I see those major league drafts and I see the number of high school guys that end up, you know, being drafted in those rounds. And you have scouts, and I've attended some high school games where you have scouts all over the place looking at talent, whether it be in high school or here. And then the other thing that, so once you go to college, you're there for at least a 3-year period.
Yep. Or till you turn 21 if you're going pro, right.
Right. And so, but then the other challenge about baseball is most baseball programs don't have the full scholarships that a football program or a basketball program has. You're looking at our rosters. We have rosters that are at least about 40 players. And now these aren't all full scholarship athletes.
Not at all. 11.7 NCAA Division I.
So that's the interesting dynamic about baseball and college baseball in comparison to football, basketball. I mean, these are guys who, they're finding other means, and the universities are finding other means to help them supplement their college tuition. And so I think it creates some interesting challenges for the growth of the sport. But what I'm encouraged by is that you see an African American player of Tori Hunter's stature being involved with an event like this, being involved with an HBCU. And as he said, I mean, he was, I mean, I love his honesty that, look, he would have probably gone to the University of Arkansas, but the fact that, Arkansas Pine Bluff in his hometown, one of his best friends is the coach there, brought him into this environment that, who knows, circumstances, it may not have presented, what has been a fruitful relationship for not only UAPB, the UAPB baseball program, and the SWAC, and, black college baseball in general. So a lot of positives. I don't know. That's not it. No, I was going to say that ball hit the
plate.
I don't know. It hit somebody. I think it hit the catcher and bounced up. But anyway, it's a base. Well, it's a walk and a run comes in. That's Tremaine Stevens, who ends up coming around. And so that was Wilson. So now that puts Xavier Moore on third. Bubba Thompson moves over to second now. And another pitching change. We're already, I'm losing space again here today with the number of UAPB pitchers. As our score is now 13-6.
Well, let's take a break. When we return, we'll get you the stats on the new pitcher. Golden Lions 6, Southern Jaguars 13. You're watching the Lone Star Diamond Classic here on the Black College Sports Network.
This is Ryan Fulford. AD Drew and I are co-hosts of the BCSN Sports Wrap. We talk about all things related to HBCU athletics. From the games, teams, coaches, and fan interest stories, we cover it all. You can find our shows on Facebook at BCSN Sports Wrap, YouTube at MyJBN Online, and everywhere you listen to podcasts like Anchor, Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcasts. You can also find the show on the Jericho Broadcast Network's app. Make sure to download. We look forward to you joining the conversation and being a part of the show.
Sugar Chateau Desserts is a specialty bakery located in the Charlotte, North Carolina metro area. We will create delicious and one-of-a-kind treats for any occasion. Sugar Chateau is currently shipping cakes in a jar, offering a variety of different flavors in a single-serve container that can help you celebrate in accordance with social distancing. Place your orders today by calling 803-526-7895 or visiting sugarchateaudesserts.com.
New pitcher here for the Golden Lions. Number 17, Tyler Sheridan, the freshman from Redfield, Arizona, and transfer from Crowder Community College. As Jalen Armstrong steps into the box with the bases loaded here.
Tyler's making his 6th appearance this season. Only has a couple of innings under his belt during that time. Allowed 4 hits, 9 runs, only 5 of them have been earned. 11 walks, though. That's what. Well, I was going to say it was foul. What's everybody waiting on? I mean, that ball went foul. Huh?
I thought it hit Jalen Armstrong out the box.
Oh, okay.
And I mean, if it was foul, but they were kind of waiting for it to come back fair just in case. Jalen Armstrong didn't make the trip down to first base. It's an easy out. Maybe get the double play if you get him at home as well. Oh, well, it's 2 outs, right.
And that's sort of the situations that Sheridan has come in. He's a freshman out of Redfield, Arkansas. Left-hander.
There's a strike on the outside half. And a throw back down to third base. No balls, 2 strikes. See if Redfield can, see if Sheridan can end this inning here for the Golden Lions. Stop the bleeding. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Got him chasing.
And that's out number 2 here. Oh, I thought there was. That's out number 2 here for the Golden Lions.
Yeah, the first out came about
the leadoff man.
Yeah, about 6 or 7 batters ago. It's
yeah.
it's been quite an inning. Now, the one thing I will say, despite the score, which is 14-6, you got to do some math out there in that scoreboard. The largest inning for Southern has been 4 runs. So UAPB has not given up the big inning. Cuts by, when they say death by 1,000 cuts. Yes, ball 1 there.
And misses on the outside half. 2 balls, no strikes. Absolutely. Runner at first base, William Nelson. Second base, Bubba Thompson. Third base, Xavier Moore. Here comes the pitch. And strike 1, 2 balls, 1 strike.
Now I'm curious, Nick. You put yourself in the shoes of Coach Crenshaw. When you've had, and I mean, there are several players who will have been to the plate at least 5 times, maybe even 6 in a game. What's the chances some of those guys, like an Isaiah Adams, a Judah Wilbur, would we see them tomorrow? Is there a likelihood they'll play tomorrow as well? Or maybe, if this game holds, I mean, it's 14-6. If this game holds, will Coach Crenshaw probably, give some other guys an opportunity tomorrow?
I think one thing we know about the SWAC, as Sheridan delivers, one thing we know about the SWAC is you never take a day off. One of the things is I just believe in, and as Isaiah Adams draws the walk, I just believe in finishing the job. I mean, baseball is a new day every day. New lineups, new pitching. I mean, it is a college classic. I don't know if Crenshaw wants to give everybody a little experience here. I think that may be the right thing to do. But at the same time, Southern wants to finish up on a good note. They win the day, they win the season, or they win the series. 2 games, at least 2 games to 1. But I think they bring the pain tomorrow as well. I think they finish the job. If they extend the score, you get some guys some extra work in. But, I mean, I think the guys on the field, I do believe they're his starters. And with that being said, I think he can trust his starters to get the job done in Game 3. Here comes the pitch from Sheridan, hits the inside corner. And, I mean, as the run came across, that was now Bubba Thompson's on third, William Nelson's on second. And Isaiah Adams on first. Judah Wilbur at the plate. Yeah, I think he goes with his starters defensively tomorrow. He may make some, catcher changes, first base changes up in there. But I think you see Judah Wilbur. I think you see Bubba Thompson and Xavier Moore over third. I definitely do think you see that on the outfield. I mean, you see Isaiah Adams, Jalen Armstrong, and Tremaine Spears. Those are 6 guys that are locked in every day.
Now, explain the scheduling in the SWAC in this season as best as you can, because it appears that the SWAC is only playing East and West you're playing within your division. You're not playing cross-divisional games this year.
Right, so it's in the SWAC since I remember it. As I come in 2004, it's always been interdivisional, East and West. Mm-hmm. You only play your side from the East. You only play your side from the West as Sheridan delivers ball up high. And you play them 2 rounds. I mean, when I played back in 2004, my first year, we actually played 2 doubleheaders, Saturday and Sunday. So you played 4 7-inning games in one weekend. That's 28 innings. Then it went to 1-7, 2 9s, or excuse me, 1 9, 2 7s. Then they went to all 3 9s. And that's thrown behind. Runs will score. Everybody moves up a base. Extend the scoreboard 1 more run there for the Jaguars. They always, there has been talks, wanting to go the football route, everybody play everybody. But I think the parity comes in playing the teams twice. I just think the strategical action, seeing a team one time, then knowing you got to see them again. I mean, you're kind of ready for them. But, all the other conferences, they do one time around. It's everybody has their own preference. I would actually like to see everybody playing everybody. I mean, I don't think travel is a big issue as some people make it, because you still got to travel anyway on Thursday. I mean, and you're playing 3 days. So whether you're going from, Houston to, we'll just say Baton Rouge or Alcorn, I mean, it still takes 5 hours to get there on the road. I mean, so you leave Thursday morning, you get there Thursday night. So maybe, you leave Houston, you may fly to Bethune, I'm not sure. But you leave Houston at early morning, 6 o'clock. You'll get to Daytona Beach by that night, 7, 8. You still got to sleep in the hotel room anyway. There are a lot of online classes going on. So, I mean, I really would like to see everybody play everybody in the SWAC in the near future.
And during a normal non-COVID year, you're obviously playing more games than just the Friday, Saturday, Sunday,
As Burgess shoots a shot into the outfield, Davion White there, and he'll end the inning for the Arkansas Pine Bluff Golden Lions. When we return, we'll finish it. Bottom half of the 8th coming up for the Golden Lions. Southern Jaguars 15, the Golden Lions 6.
Now, you can't live in Texas and not have a good red meat blend. Texas Cowboy Dust is designed for steak and other red meats. It's out to be my most popular spice blend, made with onions, peppers, ground mushrooms, pink salt, and other spices. Texas Cowboy Dust also goes great with chicken, pork, vegetables, and adds a restaurant-quality sheen to gravies and sauces.
It's like a loop machine. All around town, people trying to get down.
Vanilla smoked sea salt seasoning is for seafood. The tarragon and fennel bring out the natural sweetness in seafood. I also use it in rice dishes, on yams, asparagus, blueberry pancakes, and believe it or not, chocolate chip cookies. Vanilla smoked sea salt adds a salty and savory component to sweet dishes that create a symphony for the tongue.
The Cuvée Group is a Florida-based marketing and training consulting firm. We help businesses communicate to their target audience and engage them in conversation. We also help to expand their audiences, which will ultimately result in growth for those organizations. In addition to being a certified constant contact specialist, my colleagues and I are also certified in John Maxwell Leadership Principles. We use these proven principles to conduct workshops, training, and private coaching sessions for individuals and companies looking to take things to the next level. Contact us to schedule a free consultation. Issues today, don't delay, call Cuvée.
Have you had your Earth Blend coffee today?
Stepping in the box for the Golden Lions of Arkansas, Pine Bluff, Casey Higgins, the junior, the hometown kid from Pine Bluff, Arkansas. Jaguars lead 15-6. Nick Strong alongside Brian Fulf. Jaguars trying to close it out here in the last 2 innings. Before we left, we talked about scheduling inside the SWAC and possibly the future of the scheduling of the SWAC. Here's a shot right between the 5-6 hole. Casey Higgins with a leadoff single there for the Golden Lions.
Nice shot by Higgins, who started last night in the 9 spot and went 1 for 3.
And Casey Higgins was the one who came in from Tim Martin. I was trying to remember that a couple of innings ago. Didn't really write that down. We got so inundated with the interviews and, people coming in. So leadoff batter for the Golden Lions hops on base. Other scheduling, for the SWAC, 3 games on the weekends. And, in college baseball, that Tuesday, Wednesday usually finds you a game or 2 doubleheaders or whatever it may be. So you kind of get your non-conference games in that way. In those games, you want to kind of get your arms some work. Whoever didn't get a chance to, finish their innings over the weekend, those guys would traditionally pitch on Tuesday and Wednesday. Mm-hmm. Then you get the travel day for Thursday, going to wherever you're going for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So, baseball in the SWAC is a grind. It's almost like, MLB, Brian. 162 games. There's the Casey Higgins taking off. Shot down the left field line. Fouled to Claudio Irving. It was a monster shot. But, as he said, baseball is a game where you have to learn to fail. Just as much as MLB plays 162, college baseball season, NCAA Division I is 55.
Yeah.
And again, you're playing every weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You're on the road Thursday. That leaves Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You're playing Tuesday and or Wednesday. And there's a ball that gets past the catcher. Casey Higgins advances to second. Your only off day may be Monday. If coach wants to give it to you off. If you don't have a lift, a strength and conditioning session or something like that. But college baseball is just as a grind as MLB baseball is a grind, man. And I just appreciate my college days. I appreciate watching these kids out here on the field. No matter the score. Just kind of doing what they're doing, man, and have a little fun and, get a degree at the same time.
Well, one of the reasons I brought up the scheduling, because, here we are, here is Southern leading in the SWAC West, and unfortunately we don't get any matchups between Southern and some of their opponents over on the East, such as, Jackson State, who,
right.
The number 1 team on the Black College Nines, top 10. Alabama State, traditionally a power. So, those are 2 top teams. And, as I watched the Southern team, I was just thinking in my head, man, I'd love to see Southern versus Jackson State. And, of course, you got to wait till the conference tournament to potentially see that, or Southern versus Alabama State.
Dante Leach walks into the spot. Runners in first and second, no outs. Yeah, traditionally you may see, I think geographically it works better for Southern and Grambling to kind of take up upon Jackson Alcorn during the middle of the week. Geographically, 3 hours in. It's kind of hard for Texas Southern to invite in Jackson State or Alabama A&M on a weekday matchup. So sometimes you will see those teams cross over. But it won't be for conference. It'll be for non-conference play. So, those matchups we do get in the SWAC, and I'm glad they do get a chance to, kind of mix it up a little bit. I got a chance to visit Jackson State over the Christmas break. Great facilities out there. Coach Omar doing a good job, with those Tigers. Dante Leach goes down, 3 strikes.
Nice job there by young Mr. Derek Mays, a freshman out of Cincinnati, Ohio.
Oh, yeah. Good old Cincinnati. As Davion White steps into the box. Game started at 4:15. Time is now 7:49.
These long 4-run innings. I tell you, man.
The SWAC have been known to produce a large scoreboard. I mean, I remember, man, we blew a 10-run lead to Prairie View one year.
Ooh.
Coach wasn't happy about that. Matter of fact, we blew the lead. Game got called due to darkness or rain or whatever. We came back and played it like a week and a half later. You know, we had to finish it, and we still lost, man. You know, so – and that's what I'm talking about. You know, like I said, we played 4 sevens. And with the depth in pitching, as Tori Hunter was kind of mentioning, you know, not having – you know, not being able to get the adequate arms and the things you need, trying to play 27 innings in a weekend, it's not the easiest thing to do. Definitely not the easiest thing to do. Ouch.
Yeah, man.
And that was a balk. So that was Davion White. He'll reach by hit by pitch. Base is now loaded for Jar Parker. A hit kind of saves a little life here for the Golden Lions. 15-6 is your score.
Was kind of looking, I was trying to see if I had a count on what we've had more of, hit by more batters hit or strikeouts. And
here's the pitch. Good curveball, just missed on the inside. Jar Park on the day. 2 hits, struck out once, grounded out to the second baseman.
2 runs scored.
Actually doubled up to the right fielder. That was a 9-3 double play. Two for 4 on the day, trying to extend his hits to 3. Swung on, ground ball, left side foul. Coach James trying to play a little soccer over there. I mean, now being 6'5", I mean, Carlos James, I mean, I don't see him being any Lionel Messi out there now, you know, but swing and a miss. Strike 2. There's our DJ again. He's hanging out with us again tonight.
Doing a great job as we get into the night.
I think we were doing so much talking, man, I missed the 7th inning stretch.
Well, we had Tori during the 7th inning stretch.
Yeah. There's a ball, 3. We should have let him sing it. we should have let him test out his skills.
Ooh.
Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Nice off-speed work there.
Jar Parker goes down on strikes. Got to bring up Karsten Vasquez to the mix. Vasquez on the day, 2 for 3 with a walk and a run scored.
Can Derek Mays strike out the side already with two called out thus far?
Found out the DJ's name. It's DJ Red and Big DJ Big Bink on the tables.
Love DJ names. That's all I can say. Love DJ names, man.
Braylon Hint steps into the box. Pinch hitter as he gets down to first base. PFP. Pitcher covering his position, and the Golden Lions weren't able to produce right there. The Southern Jaguars hold serve. No runs scored on that jam as we go into the top half of the 9th. We'll be right back. You're watching the Lone Star Diamond Classic on the Black College Sports Network.
Have you had your Earth Blend coffee today? At Earthblend Coffee, we take pride in offering you the very best of beans across the world, blended and roasted to perfection, giving you superior quality and satisfying and flavorful taste. Experience the world in one cup with Earthblend Coffee.
Since 2002, Empowerment Resources, Inc., a nonprofit organization, has empowered more than 1,500 youth and adults in Duval and surrounding counties through its programs Journey into Womanhood, Girls Mentoring, Life Skills for Teens, and Parenting Education Coaching. To get involved with programs, volunteer, or donate, visit www.empowermentresourcesinc.org. Follow us on social media, facebook.com/empowerment.resources and instagram.com/empowermentjax.
It's never too early to plant the seed, to share the tradition, and instill a sense of pride in your HBCU with your little ones. HBCU Pride and Joy Children's Boutique helps you share your school spirit with a wide selection of adorable kids apparel and accessories officially licensed from your favorite HBCU. Visit hbcupridejoy.com and follow us on all social media at HBCU Pride Joy on Facebook and Twitter.
Agree to it. Welcome back. Golden Lions of Arkansas Pine Bluff trailing the Jaguars of Southern University 15-6. Hanging out with you upstairs in the broadcast booth from Dr. Pepper Ballpark. Frisco Rough Riders, affiliate of the Texas Rangers. Seeing some great names come through this playground. I think the umpire finally signaled up here that we had a change. That's Coach and Frank. He played yesterday. As Sheridan starts off with a ball high. DJ Red and DJ Big Bink.
Yeah, Taj Porter, he could take some time off. Touched 17 bases today. Total. Scored 4 runs.
As he misses the outside corner there.
Surprisingly, only 1 RBI, though.
Nick. You said he scored how many runs, Taj Porter?
I have 4.
Gotcha, okay.
17 total bases, though. Walked twice. Had the home run.
Here's the pitch. Swung on, fly ball, foul. Home run, a walk. Reached on arrow, a hit by pitch, and a walk. That's right. Did get thrown out at second on that double steal. Had he not got thrown out on that double steal, I mean.
It was surprising that he got caught stealing the fact that he had 2 stolen bases Friday night.
Right.
You know?
Well, I think that was the one where the catcher threw down to third base and caught him on the back end.
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
gotcha.
yes. He got caught on the back end.
Yeah. There's a shot right back up the box in front of the center fielder, Davion White.
Something about that 4 spot today, man.
Leadoff single for Coach and Frank.
Finds its way on base.
Gonna have to start searching for your player of the game tonight, Brian.
I may have tipped off my player of the game already. I'm telling you, I have to keep doing some digging, but that's pretty impressive.
A strong second. You can't get any.
Yeah,
you can't give him a.
I got to
look
for.
You can't give him a competitor out there.
I'm looking. I'll start looking now. You find me somebody who's touched 17 bases tonight.
Well, I was going to say Tremaine Spears, but he comes out and into the game as Quincy Smith, as you talked about, maybe Crenshaw going to the bench, looking for some new athletes to put on the baseball field. Quincy Smith pinch hitting for the Jaguars, freshman out of L.A., California. Beverly Hills High School. We've seen a lot of Beverly Hills High School. Spence, the man Spence of All-American. CW show.
You know, that's probably the one show I'm not watching.
Ah, man. Got to catch that. There's a fly ball. to Claudio Irvin right there to reel it in. 1 out away for the Golden Lions. Up to 7 if you're scoring at home. So you've seen everything else except for All-American, man. Just about.
Sadly.
Another substitution here for the Jacks. Number 7, Javonte Doris.
Southern clearing the bench out, aren't they?
Yeah, like you said.
He's
asked.
going to take a base.
So maybe you give him the experience tonight and you put your starters back on the field tomorrow.
I told you, look, if I do a count on the number of batters that have been hit today, I'm telling you, the number compared to starters or strikeouts.
And we have another substitution.
Javonte Doris.
Going to be number 50, Caleb Tart. Runners at first and second, 1 away. Here's the pitch up high. Pine Bluff gave it off to a good start. 4 in the first.
I mean, that was an amazing start. I mean, that again, that first inning, bottle that up and bring that back on Sunday.
And Coach Carlos James going to his bullpen, unloading his bullpen tonight, actually. So you kind of wonder, who all does he have available to bring back tomorrow? There's the pitch. Sheridan comes across. Strike. Sheridan with the pitches. Fly ball on the infield. Dante Leach right there in foul territory, actually right in the coach's box. Had to move out coach along the way. After 5. So is this a substitution or what? Or is William Nelson going to stand a contest?
Yeah, this is still William Nelson.
Gotcha.
One of the few guys who didn't get subbed here over the last couple of batters.
He's going to stand and catch.
And Nelson, I believe, is the I don't know if you call him the backup catcher, the C2.
The C2
on this roster.
Were you in the band?
I was in the band.
You were in the band?
I was in the
there
band.
It is.
Yes, I was. Yes.
I knew it was something about that C2P2, man. You know what? If I didn't watch the movie Drumline when it came out, I probably don't select an HBCU as well, man.
Really?
Just learning about the culture. I wasn't an HBCU kid out of high school. I was a transfer into Texas Southern.
Yeah.
But that Drumline movie, man, really moved me, to get to an HBCU.
Again, remember what I said yesterday? I'm fascinated by the stories of how people found their way to HBCUs,
right.
Especially those who didn't have family members or maybe grew up in an area where there wasn't an HBCU,
Sheridan kick fires, delivers, and hits the inside half. 3 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch, and he misses. Bases loaded.
I want to take a second and mention, I mentioned it's been a busy day for UAPB sports. At the same time this game started, you had a volleyball contest. in the SWAC tournament. You had a football contest, and I believe you may have even had a soccer contest going on.
You do? That's right.
Obviously, we've been ingrained in what's going on here, but a good friend of the program of the Black College Sports Network, Mo Carter, reminded or just informed me that the Arkansas Pine Bluff contest against Alabama State was canceled. The game at Simmons Bank Field was canceled due to inclement weather.
Wow.
Apparently, Alabama State was leading that contest 10-3 with about 6 minutes to play in the second quarter.
And there's a hard ground ball to the second baseman, Karsten Vasquez. And Jalen Armstrong grounds out with the bases loaded, left 3 on, but the Jaguars extend the lead 15-6. We'll be right back as the Golden Lions give it one final surge on the flip side. You're watching the Lone Star Diamond Classic here on the Black College Sports Network.
This is the Dean of the College of HBCU Sports, Kenyatta Cavill of Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Come mix it up in the lab where the course lecture is in session every Tuesday from 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time on Facebook Live, YouTube Spreaker, or the BCSN app, as we discuss all things about the HBCU sports culture, including exploring the week that was in the sporting HBCU diaspora, as well as the upcoming week of HBCU sports. With me, the Dean, the College of HBCU Sports, on Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Course lecture dismissed.
Pitcher here for the Southern Jaguars, number 36, Jared Burkett, in to close out this contest for the Southern Jags. They lead 15-6. As we come up on the Arkansas Pine Bluff side of things, Brian, Golden Lions going to try to give it a shot here. I mean, I've seen it done, but the chances are.
I've
seen it done.
You've seen this done?
I've seen it done.
Really?
Now, I mean,
Please explain.
I've seen a team score runs in that last inning and tie the game, and some even go on to win the game.
9?
I've seen it done.
Look, I'm not gonna say, it's not possible because, like you said, we've seen things happen.
Strange things have happened.
Yes,
that's right.
We've seen strange things happen in sports. Regardless of the fact that we're moving into the 4th hour of being in this contest, I'm not going to root against it because I'll take being a part of something that's never been done before.
Not to mention the overtime pay.
Yeah.
Not to mention the overtime pay. Got to have that. Loving it here as it gets dark. Well, last night we started at 6. Tonight we started at 4:15. So almost coming up on 4 hours here. It's the pitch and misses on the inside. Jerry Burkett, the freshman from Hattiesburg, Mississippi. And Nick Kreutzer trying to touch the stat sheet tonight. Struck out in his last at-bat. Came in from Connor James. Got to check up on him after the game is over. Leadoff walk here for the Golden Lions. And it starts.
That's all it takes is one base runner.
That's what you need. We'll be here all night.
What do you say? One batter at a time, fellas.
You know, Coach James says we'll be here all night if we need to. Well, you know, Southern wins. They get the series. Come back tomorrow for Game 3. Coach James wants to keep it up in the standings. Pitch on the outside half, strike one.
When you had a conversation with Coach Crenshaw earlier today, did you get a chance did we find out anything about last night's pitch?
No, I didn't. I meant to ask, well, I meant to, but I didn't. Sure. But, yeah, I definitely would like to, find out before the weekend is over. But, I did talk to him about Jacob Snyder, and he said how important Jacob Snyder is in the program. Shot hits to the right fielder and falls right in front of the right fielder, Tremaine Spears. Actually, Quincy Smith comes into the game. And 2 runners on base for the Golden Lions. Runners at first and second with the designated hitter coming up, Humberto Maldonado.
Bro, I can't hear you.
This is all you, Nick. This is all you. Anything that happens from this point regarding a run, I had to make sure you have your rally cap on here.
No, it's on. I couldn't wear my White Sox cap because Tori Hunter made me take it off when he came inside the booth. No, but rally caps are needed in baseball. That's the culture. That is the camaraderie culture of baseball. I mean, rally caps. Sunflower seeds. Just some things you do on a baseball field.
I'm looking over in the dugout to see if
not yet.
You're going to wait until the bases get loaded or a couple runs come in?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Here's a pitch, inside half, strike 2. Humberto Maldonado shows power. Hitless on the day, though. 0 for 3 with a walk. Hit a home run last night, came in 2 for 2 pinch hit duties. Great job by Maldonado throwing off the pitcher's time in there.
Can you hear me? I am on my
Jerry
Zoom
Burkett
window.
wearing the old school stirrups out there on the field, on the mound. Strike 3. Good job there. We'll hear from head coach, maybe either head coach Chris Crenshaw or head coach Carlos James. We'll hear from a head coach after this contest is over. If the Jaguars can hold on. And to bring up Casey Higgins. Casey singled in his last AB. Right between the third baseman and the shortstop, and they're giving him another big hole here, Brian. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to turn on that. There it is, right next to us.
Just a little bit higher.
Crew to the runner at second. Dela Cruz, the runner at first. Here's the pitch. And a swinging bunt.
Wow.
Maybe good enough for a single, and it's not. Great play by the catcher there, William Nelson. Golden Lions down to the last bullet with runners at second and third as Casey Higgins advances over. I think he's going to be credited for a sack on that.
I would. I'd give it to him, yeah. I mean, that's an interesting play, sack. I mean,
And that'll do it for the stretch as DeClaudio Irvin puts Jerry Burkett, comes out into the windup. Swing and a miss. Ball kicks away. Not far enough for Nick Kreutzer to advance home. Hit scores 2 for the Golden Lions if they can keep something going. Can't still believe that's a lazy river out there in right field.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, during the summer, this is I happened to stumble across a few baseball ballpark websites.
Mm-hmm.
This is considered one of the top ballparks in the minor league circuit.
Okay.
And part of it is because of that lazy river.
Right.
Genius idea, though. I don't know.
Genius.
I've been in one lazy river one time in one of the hotels down in Orlando. Great concept. I mean, you can get in there and have a drink and just kind of float around,
And umpire doesn't give him that strike call right there. Here's the pitch. Burkett in a dirt ball 4. So bases loaded for Dante Leach. Dante Leach on the day, 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a ground out to short. And Carlos James is going to go to the bench on this one.
It's a pinch batter for Dante Leach.
Let's see who that is. 37, McHenry Bentley, the redshirt freshman from Slidell, Louisiana.
Pitch hitting number 37, McKieran Bentley.
Let's see if he can bring in a couple of runs here for the Golden Lions, make it look respectable.
You had me there. Whenever I saw you jump, I had to kind of look up real quick, and I'm like, wait a minute, what?
I deke you. That's what we say in baseball. You got the deke. You kind of make it look like you're catching the ball, just so the runner can kind of slow down. Here's the pitch. Burkett, shot to left field. Will it fall? Yes, it gets down for a hit, scores 1, definitely scores 2. And McKieran Bentley extends this contest just a little bit longer. A 2 RBI single for the redshirt freshman from Slidell, Louisiana.
Pitch hitting number 7, Justin Nelson.
Justin Nelson going to come in and bat for Davion White. Who but me? Who but me? Justin Nelson, his first AB for the weekend. Freshman from Little Rock, Arkansas. Arkansas is one of those states kind of in the middle. You don't really just hear too much about Arkansas. But like you said, Tori Hunter, University of Arkansas baseball. Coach Van Horn down there doing an awesome job. Got to the College World Series a couple years ago. I think Grambling went there in 2011 when they won the SWAC tournament. Coach Cooper had to play against University of Arkansas in that regional. Here's the pitch. Strike on the outside part. 2 balls, 1 strike. They're going to play it all the way to the end. Strike 2. Jaguars 1 strike away from closing this out and winning the series, the weekend series. And on the road to taking 8 in a row over the Golden Lions. Here's the pitch. Burkett. Full count, 2 outs. Runners will be taken off here. And ball 4. And the umpire extends this contest. He's not ready to go home.
Well, there's a guy who might be getting a little extra on the overtime.
And Coach Crenshaw is going to come out. He's going to go talk to his closer. What do you think he's saying to him out there?
Can we please go home? Come on, son. Get it done.
That'll bring up Jar Parker, the hometown hero from Plano, Texas, right next door here to Frisco.
I think I found my second player of the game, so I've got an A and a B.
Okay. Bases loaded here for Jar Parker. Swing and a miss, strike 1. There's a shot in right field. Quincy Smith giving chase. He's got it.
The warning track.
Southern takes 2 out of 3, wins the contest tonight 15-7. We'll take a quick break. When we return, we'll hear words from the coach, and we'll break things down here from Dr. Pepper Ballpark here in Frisco, Texas. Southern Jaguars win 15-7.
The human voice has always connected audiences with experiences. Major brands all across America have trusted Kever's voice time and time again. Conversational, powerhouse, intelligent, and sincere. That's the voice you need for your creative marketing process. KeaversVoice.com. Kever's Voice, Kever's Voice, KeversVoice.com. Always on, all the time.
Shop Velvet Online Women's Boutique to spice up your closet with trendy, unique looks. We have fashionable and chic looks at very affordable prices. Velvet Boutique offers free shipping all year long on all orders. Shop online at www.melvetboutique.com. That's www.melvetboutique.com. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram. Shop Velvet Online Women's Boutique.
I'm returning to Clinton Parish, and Tampa's my community. I grew up here, went to school here, and my wife and I make our home here. What makes Tampa special are its people. So when I represent someone injured in my community, it's personal. Call my office and speak to a real lawyer and not some referral service. I will fight the insurance companies to get the settlement that you deserve. At the law office of Clinton Parish, we take the pain out of being hurt.
This is Ryan Fulford. AD Drew and I are co-hosts of the BCSN Sports Wrap. We talk about all things related to HBCU athletics. From the games, teams, coaches, and fan interest stories, we cover it all. You can find our shows on Facebook at BCSN Sports Wrap, YouTube at MyJBN Online, and everywhere you listen to podcasts like Anchor, Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcasts. You can also find the show on the Jericho Broadcast Network's app. Make sure to download. We look forward to you joining the conversation and being a part of the show.
Sugar Chateau Desserts is a specialty bakery located in the Charlotte, North Carolina metro area. We will create delicious and one-of-a-kind treats for any occasion. Sugar Chateau is currently shipping cakes in a jar, offering a variety of different flavors in a single-serve container that can help you celebrate in accordance with social distancing. Place your orders today by calling 803-526-7895 or visiting sugarchateaudesserts.com.
Now, you can't live in Texas and not have a good red meat blend. Texas Cowboy Dust is designed for steak and other red meats. It's out to be my most popular spice blend, made with onions, peppers, ground mushrooms, pink salt, and other spices. Texas Cowboy Dust also goes great with chicken, pork, vegetables, and adds a restaurant quality sheen to gravies and sauces.
It's like a loop machine. Going around town, trying to get down.
Vanilla smoked sea salt seasoning is for seafood. The tarragon and fennel bring out the natural sweetness in seafood. I also use it in rice dishes, on yams, asparagus, blueberry pancakes, and believe it or not, chocolate chip cookies. Vanilla smoked sea salt adds a salty and savory component to sweet dishes that create a symphony for the tongue.
The Cuvée Group is a Florida-based marketing and training consulting firm. We help businesses communicate to their target audience and engage them in conversation. We also help to expand their audiences, which will ultimately result in growth for those organizations. In addition to being a certified constant contact specialist, my colleagues and I are also certified in John Maxwell Leadership Principles. We use these proven principles to conduct workshops, training, and private coaching sessions for individuals and companies looking to take things to the next level. Contact us to schedule a free consultation. Issues today, don't delay, call Cuvée.
Have you had your Earthblend coffee today? At Earthblend Coffee, we take pride in offering you the very best of beans across the world, blended and roasted to perfection, giving you superior quality and satisfying and flavorful taste. Experience the world in one cup with Earthblend Coffee.
Since 2002, Empowerment Resources, Inc., a nonprofit organization, has empowered more than 1,500 youth and adults in Duval and surrounding counties through its programs Journey into Womanhood, Girls Mentoring, Life Skills for Teens, and parenting education coaching. To get involved with programs, volunteer, or donate, visit www.empowermentresourcesinc.org. Follow us on social media, facebook.com/empowerment.resources and instagram.com/empowermentjax.
It's never too early to plant the seed, to share the tradition, and instill a sense of pride in your HBCU with your little ones. HBCU Pride and Joy Children's Boutique helps you share your school spirit with a wide selection of adorable kids apparel and accessories officially licensed from your favorite HBCU. Visit hbcupridejoy.com and follow us on all social media at HBCU Pride Joy on Facebook and Twitter.
This is the Dean of the College of HBCU Sports, Kenyatta Cavill of Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Come mix it up in the lab where the course lecture is in session every Tuesday from 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time on Facebook Live, YouTube Spreaker, or the BCSN app.
Welcome back to the 2021 Lone Star Diamond Classic. Nick Strong alongside Brian Fulford. Jaguars get the win tonight, Brian. 15-7 is the final. And the Jaguars did it in fine fashion on the offensive side of the baseball.
Did they? Man, Jaguars improved to 8-12, 6-2 in the conference with the win. They had big innings in the 7th and 8th inning. Where they scored 4 runs in each of those innings. We took note of how they went out 1-2-3 in the top of the first, but then they scored 2 runs in the second, 2 in the third, 1 run in the fourth, 2 in the fifth. Actually, no runs scored in the sixth, and then when they just busted it open in the 7th and 8th with 4 runs in those innings. I was trying to keep count of the number of I told you the number of times they were hit by a pitch versus strikeouts. And look, I all praise and credit to the people who do the scoring on a regular basis. As I said, I'm coming off of a basketball season where I can keep 2 threes, circles, and fill in the dots and all that stuff, and rebounds and all that other stuff. But the challenge of keeping a score in an actual game.
Well, I had a chance to go catch up with Coach Crenshaw after the contest was over. Just kind of ask him about his thoughts from tonight's game, and let's kind of look and see what he had to say tonight. But just a couple of things you might want to tighten up for tomorrow, but nevertheless, what about Tremaine Spears? His game tonight was awesome.
Yeah, he came in ready to hit today. We've been working on some stuff for the last couple of weeks, and what he's been working on, it showed today.
Your defense looked good out there as well. Just a couple of things you might want to tighten up for tomorrow, but nevertheless, that's what kept you in the contest moving forward.
Yeah, Bohannon came out struggling with his command. Markalen Boyd came in and picked him up, and John Gwynns carried us a good part of the game. And Dylan Miller and Jerry Burkett finished it off.
Just understanding this pitching staff, you've got the trains, you've got the sequences going on, you've got it down packed almost to a T. What are we looking for tomorrow out of your pitching staff as well against these Pine Bluff hitters?
Joe Battaglia going tomorrow, so you can expect him to come out and compete. I don't know what his stuff going to be like, but he going to compete.
Any adjustments offensively you want to make for tomorrow?
We're going to have a couple new guys in the lineup. I'm going to try to do something different on Sunday.
All right, Coach, any last words for the Jaguar Nation out there?
Go Jags.
Great job there by head coach Chris Crenshaw tonight, grabbing the victory in fine fashion. Brian, he said we'll see Joseph Battaglia III tomorrow, number 30 on your roster, the junior from Lafayette. He'll try to close it out and, provide a series sweep for these Jaguars tomorrow.
It's been 8 in a row. The streak is up to 8 now. So there's a good chance that they're definitely going to be trying to get that sweep and push the series to 9. And, for Arkansas Pine Bluff, just looking for some consistency. Excuse me. I mean, we understand this is a young ball club, and so we've seen the spurts of good play. And look, if I were going to say, hey, what are the positives for UAPB? I mean, well, the positives are, they had the great first inning where they scored 4 runs and 1-9 came to the plate. They held Southern to just a couple of runs in each inning in those 2nd through 6th innings. But again, the pitching is what got away from them. Mm-hmm. That's what hurt them. And, this time it was a little less than the fielding errors, some of the fielding errors that they had in the last game. But, you got to have some good, consistent pitching in order to beat a team like Southern. And so I think tomorrow I'll be interested to see, like you mentioned, the Southern bring out some of these guys. I mean, there's some guys who have had, in terms of plate appearances, let's see, over 2 games, about 10 to 11 plate appearances. Right. So, I mean, for some people, that's a series. That's a 3-game series.
It is.
I mean, that's 2 games. So it'll be interesting to see if some of those guys, actually play half a game or a full game tomorrow on Sunday.
All right, sounds good. Looks though we'll see Game 3 tomorrow right here on the Black College Sports Network, 12 p.m. first pitch from Dr. Pepper Ballpark in Frisco, Texas. And make sure that it's 12 p.m. Central Time, everybody, for out there listening and watching tonight. Hey, thanks a lot for tuning in tonight, hanging out with us all the way to the end. A 4-hour game here for the Lions and the Jaguars. We'll be at it tomorrow. Like to thank our sponsors, everybody who supported today's broadcast, everybody from Tori Hunter, Urban Hydration, Athletic Director Roman Banks, our staff here, technical staff here at Black College Sports Network, and my color announcer, Brian Fulford. For everybody out there, I am Nick Strong. Jaguars win 15-7 over the Golden Lions. We'll see you tomorrow right here. Same time, same channel, 12 p.m. We're out. Peace.